There we are. Should be.
Right, I think we've got everything.
That should be right now.
And working. Stinos has got himself on provisional pole. It's across the line there. Apologies everyone who couldn't watch the other stream. Just been trying to double check what's going on. 1 second. Right, so we are now all good. Apologies.
We are all good.
For the first stream there, we did have some technical difficulties, but Tim Schwab has been knocked off top spot at the moment, and provisional pole goes to Stinos. As I said, only Big Weir has not set a lap now, and he's the one really struggling with this circuit in practice. Could not get a clean lap in. He does get a purple sector 2 though.
That's interesting to see after the struggles he had. It is interesting to see him then get a purple sector 2.
Oh, he's got a big moment out into sector 3 there down the DRS straight. So I'm not familiar with all the corners. That was at turn 24 as he now comes down towards turn 27 now, and around the final corner he comes, tries to get as close to the wall as possible, and now just the straight line to the line as he comes across the line now, and he's in 15th with a 28.9, and we're seeing the two Alfa Romeos on the bottom row at the moment in 19th and 20th. So Stinos has himself on provisional pole at the moment. Merv Martin looks like he's on a flyer and about to come down to 27 as well as he comes through the slight left-hander of turn 26.
He's quicker, he's going quicker.
He certainly is. He's got his 28.2 to beat. He's got about 8 tenths to gain on his time, but he dives into the pit lane. So he's thinking about going again for one more try. I'm not sure if Jason's just on a quick in-lap. Big Weir is on a quick in-lap as he's been really struggling. He's just having another crack at it.
He's got purple sector 2 again.
I think he's having another crack at it. He did make a big mistake just here at turn 25. Turn 24, sorry. There's so many corners on this track. There's a lot of them that aren't really corners. Not really in an F1 car. Anyways, he comes into turn 27. The DRS slams shut around the final corner, and the DRS line comes up quite quickly. As he crosses the line now, this is looking slightly better. And it is better. It's the Astons so much better. On 7th and 8th, and only a 10th between the two of them. So he will be happy about that now, I think, with an 8th place. As happy as you can be about an 8th place.
Yeah. I mean, looking at the top four, not even, well, top 5 there, not even separated by a second. That's how quick this Monday league is.
Yeah, it's, well, if you actually look at it, it's the top 12 are within a second at the moment. Oof. If you go to the leaderboard, which I've just discovered yet, so the top 15 are in 1.4 seconds of each other. This is why we love Monday, because it's just so close. As I said, I think, I've been saying this last 3 races, Ethan, I reckon there's going to be 12 different winners this season. So
it looks that way.
And we've already had 3 in 3 races, so it is looking like that could be a possibility. We've got a McLaren right behind a Williams here of X Gamer. Now happen to go off the track. I think they're both on out laps and fighting for position there. We have got yellow flags out, so I'm not too sure who. Sorry, what time is on the board? There you go, 2 minutes and about 2 minutes to go with Tim Chapot now coming out on an out lap. I'm sure we're going to see the field light up with the out laps coming up on our screen. We'll take the tyres away now, so we know everyone is on the soft tyres. Everyone seems to use the mediums at the start, but to be honest, it barely ever gets actually used for your final qualifying lap. Not so much in short qualifying. I think we see Crossfire's on a lap, so close to the wall on the exit of turn 13 there, the long banked corner.
He is one of those drivers with the technical ability to take it as close to the wall as possible.
Well, that was Max Verstappen-esque. Let's hope he doesn't do anything Max Verstappen-esque. It turned 27 as he comes now down towards the end of sector 2. Doesn't invalidate there as he was over the track limits, but if the game doesn't disallow it, it's allowed as he comes around turn 26 now. Let's see how well he takes the exit of 27. Does get very close to that wall once again. As we've seen the top 3 on their outlap, so Crossfires is the first man, goes second. Look how close it is between the top 3, all within 1/10 at the moment. And then there's quite a big gap actually in consideration of the top 3 to 4th place with 2/10. As Merv Martin is out, and looks like he's out in the middle of sector 2 as we're seeing the McLaren come through there. And now he's out as well, X-Gamer. And that is why you need to take care under yellow flags.
That's why they're there.
And unfortunately, there is no excuses. But this could be really crucial now, because potentially if the cars are still out on track, which I think they may have cleared now, I think they have, that would have ruined a lot of people's
other laps, yeah.
But it is now got clear. We're going to try and keep an eye on who's going to be the first driver to cross the line. We've got Stinos going purple, as well as his teammate Bugs Bunny behind. As we're just going to see, I think, a Ferrari. Yes, Savami Aguna is coming into the pit, so he's bailed out. We've got a Merc just coming down the start finish straight. It's Ruding. His teammate's in 3rd at the moment, goes 5th. The checker flag is now out. That's the final lap that he's going to be able to produce in this qualifying session. As we're looking now, I think it might be Vedran. I think that was Anthony who's just finished their lap there, and he's now out of he's qualifying his finish. He's in 6th place. Vedran is in the pits as well, so he's out of qualifying, and Lucas A. Germany as well. But that start finish straight is really getting busy.
Watching Bugs Bunny come through, he's going to be busy on that start-finish line.
Stinos goes faster. Sorry, Ethan.
No,
with a 27.2. Tim Schpop is now out. Can his teammate, can Bugs Bunny, his teammate, he does! 27.0 is an Alpine front row. As it stands, Apex Finley is in the pit. Season 2 champ is out of qualifying. That is the end. The 2 drivers who are leading the championship. Stinos in 1st place and Bugs Bunny in 2nd. And now the reverse at the start of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix.
He's created quite the gap there in quali. No one, I couldn't have seen anyone going any faster than that.
So that was the top 10. We're within. Oh no, what's
second
yeah.
and 2/10.
So it wasn't as close as usual, but the circuit is quite new, obviously, to the real life calendar and to the game. Exceptionally new to the game, actually. It's the last track they were going to add to the calendar for the update of the DLC. So Bugs Bunny takes pole position with a 1:27.038. Stinos in 2nd with a 1:27.268. And that is an Alpine front row. Haas is in the Haas of Crossfires is in 3rd. Tim Schpop is in 4th. 5th is Ruding. 6th is Anthony. 7th is Vedran. Lucas A. Germany is in 8th. Apex Finley is 9th. 10th is Big Weir. Merv Martin is 11th. And the first man to start on the fresh tyres. 12th is Veloce Ayu, but X-Gamer is 13th. 14th is Sad Pancake. Tapasta is 15th. 16th is Dazzy. 17th is Sibiru. Chemjazz is 18th. Amiguna is 19th. And Trunders rounds out the 20-car grid. Another thing to say, this is the first race of the season where all 20 full-time drivers have taken part. The other races we've had around the average of 17 to like 19 for the first 3 races. Unfortunately for Ethan, we had a full grid tonight. He was on standby to race if someone backed out, but then got dragged into doing this with me. At the very last minute, I should say, so hats off to Ethan. As I've just lost what I was going to I was going to say, the other thing that's really been great about Monday is we've had, for the first 4 races, 20 drivers for every race. So it's been really good to see. It's better for me anyway. As we see, Amir Guno's left the session. That's not good.
I was just looking at the incidents from that qualifying. A lot of invalidated times, so we may be seeing quite a lot of penalties for the track limits in this.
Hopefully. I'm pretty sure we will. I think it will be decided on who can keep it within the white lines. And,
keep it on the black stuff and you'll be fine.
And Michael Massey, it is the white lines. And yeah, we're going to start the race. Amir Guno is rejoined. I don't think he's going to be able to join in the formation. Hopefully that doesn't glitch the lobby as it has done in previous. So we'll look at the tyres for the final 10 drivers, because obviously the top 10 are all starting on the softs. So 4 soft runners, Ethan, and all the rest are on medium tyres. No one taking the hard tyre. So that's interesting. No one trying to risk that one.
From experience, the hard tyre never feels too great to drive on this track. The mediums they are the best feeling long-standing tyre for me, I'd say.
Okay. So just going to wait for these drivers to come round to finish their formation lap. So the Alpines are both on the front row. Our plan is working out rather nicely at the moment for the Alpines, and looking like a very strong partnership for the season. McLaren also looking like a strong partnership. The other thing I've just noticed, a lot of the drivers, Ethan, are actually on their rows together, as in the Alpines, the Mercedes, the Red Bulls,
those rows,
the Aston Martins, the McLarens. So I definitely think this season we've actually done quite well on the pairings, actually, of a lot of the drivers, to be honest.
It's rare to see that in game. You see it when you're watching the real Formula One. You'll see it quite often, but in game you don't see it too often.
And, it's quite satisfying to see. You just saw the pit stop strategies there on your screen. It was a one stop for either a medium to hard strategy or a soft to medium. So we're not looking like it's going to be a big race for strategy. As I said, it's probably going to be a very big DRS train for a lot of this race. We're seeing Trunders come around the final corner. Amir Guno is still not selected his car yet. I don't think he can until the start of the race, but fortunately he's towards the back, so hopefully he won't cause an issue. Hopefully we'll be able to get this race underway, because sometimes drivers leaving and coming back mid loading sessions, the EA didn't like that. Game doesn't like it. So anyway, we'll see in just a moment's time as the inaugural Monday's Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Obviously had it for last season in Tuesday, but I think it's done the inevitable. So I think we're going to have to ask Amir to leave and then rejoin again, I think. What's going to have to be done. If you could just send him a message on PlayStation if you can.
Yep.
Don't worry, guys. We will get this underway again. Hopefully, we did have a little bit of a glitch last time where we didn't see the lights. That might be the case again, but I know it's going to happen this time. So don't worry. We'll just wait for Amir Guno to leave the session, and then it will get underway. He'll be able to rejoin his car by the end of the first lap. Give or take. We'll just see what happens Apex when Amir Guno leaves.
message has been put out. We are just waiting on to see.
Yeah, apologies for this, guys. We're just waiting for Amiyaguna to hopefully leave and rejoin. I have just been looking at my phone. I think this might have to be a restart.
Some would say it's similar to Spa all over again.
It is similar to Spa. Yeah, so I think, guys, we are going to restart. So we'll stay in. We'll stay here on the stream, so we'll just keep this going. Just make sure to get the tyres off a second. Just bear with me, guys. So we'll just wait for a new lobby to be made and we'll get back into it and get the invites out. So apologies for that, everyone. So what do we talk about, Ethan? Usually we talk about
lights are going now.
Oh really? Well, we've
the lights have just gone.
we're restarting anyway, so don't worry about that. How excited are you for 2022?
2022,
the actual season, not the game.
The actual season. I'm interested to see what the new developments mix up the car, how they mix up the cars and the orders, and any sort of championship standings.
Are we thinking Are you thinking the Merc and Red Bull are going to still be?
I think that's inevitable. They're always going to be up there together, but we'll see what happens, because I think we heard that Haas, they've been developing their car since last year and didn't put any work into the 2021 car.
Yeah, no, they didn't. So I think potentially they could be like the best. What's the word? I've lost the word. See why I'm doing commentating? It doesn't usually happen, but as soon as I start talking normally, I lose every single word.
I have a feeling my PlayStation's about to crash as well, so I will be restarting that real quick.
Oh, is it overheating?
It might be. I will be back.
Okay, well, while Ethan is coming back, we'll just wait for the lobby to be reset, as you can see now. Just waiting for the 4 admins here to get the invites out. I'm sure they'll do it pretty quick. As Shugs is had to leave the session for a second. He will be back. See, they're all coming in rather quickly. So, as we were saying before, this is the second longest track on the calendar. It's also the fastest street circuit on the calendar. obviously it does mean for a rather quick race, but I can't believe the 27 turns, and so it's not really 27 turns. There's actually around probably 7 or 8 braking zones throughout the 27 turns. So I understand that some corners that you don't brake are turns, but a lot of these are just swooping left and right. So in a normal car, they would definitely feel like turns, but in an F1 car, it's pretty much nothing. So the grid is starting to fill back up. The lobby's filling up with drivers. They will obviously be here as quickly as possible, and then we'll get the grid set. So we should be going in around 2 or 3 minutes time, and hopefully no one's connection will bail out on us in that time. I see 17 drivers already, so I'm sure Big Rear can start getting that grid formed. Everyone, please make sure to like, share and subscribe if you've not watched us before, but I'm sure a lot of you have. Putting a like on the video and subscribing to us is a real help to us. It is quite a lot of work for the admins to get this league running as smoothly as possible. For the 3 different days, we have got some Tuesday seats available, guys. If anyone is listening who race on other days, or just listening for the first time, welcome if you are. So please make sure you like and subscribe. But we have got a couple of Tuesday seats. We race at 7:30 on a Tuesday, 7:30 on a Monday. Of course, we're having this little pause here for the lobbying between 7:30 and 8 o'clock on a Thursday. It's slightly flexible with Broom Handle having other commitments and being able to get back in time to do the Thursday stream. But yeah, Tuesday seats are available at the moment, a couple, so that would be great if you could join us for that. As I said, we're just waiting for the lobby to be made. And we'll get underway. As I said, it will be a one-stop. The top 10 will still start on the soft tyres. The bottom 10, 11th to 20th, will still have free choice, and they will be able to just pick a different tyre now if they want to, because they had no restrictions before. So, as I said, we're just waiting for the lobby to be ready. So it's the Alpines on the front row, guys. If anyone wants to put a comment in who thinks is going to win, or potentially what they think about the circuit, maybe it's been your favourite part of the first 4 races, almost coming up to a quarter of the way through the season already. That'll be next week. Next week is Portugal, and that is our first sprint race. Tomorrow is China, and that is the first sprint race of the season for Monday and Tuesday. Of course, Thursday, having sprint races every week. If you love a sprint race, make sure to check out Thursday, because I said it's sprints every week, but the format changes on a 2-week rota of a format, with the normal sprint setting the grid for the 50%, and that was last week, and this week is the reverse grid, wherever you qualified in the sprint race, if you are first, you'll be starting last on the grid. But in the reverse, you get 25 points. And I think we potentially are ready to go, are we? So we are definitely ready to go. I'm sure we'll get Shugs back in a few moments, but hopefully he won't glitch the lobby. So it looks like we're about to get underway, and we are. So we are going to get underway for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix at the Jeddah Corniche circuit with this 27 corners. We will have another formation lap, just let the drivers heat up their tyres again for the start. Alpines on the front row, a lot of teammates being paired together on the grid. Some will just be next to each other or just behind each other, just determining on the evenness of the numbers, and see if they're on the same row as each other. Some will, of course, the Alpines will, and that will be very interesting. The two leading the championship at the moment, Taypast, our season 1 champ, and Bugs Bunny, our Super Sunday champ from last season, where we don't run Sunday races anymore, and that was a 1 season wonder there. So he's got a limited edition championship there, I suppose. As we don't know if we'll ever go back to Sundays, but not by the looks of things at the moment. So he's one of a kind champion. It's a 2 champs. Tay just trying to get back his Monday crown that he had to give up, but of course came back fighting strong in Bahrain, took that win, which you can check out on the channel on the highlights video. As I said before in the last stream, apologies for no highlights video for last week. Been a little bit busy. I'm moving house soon, so just trying to find a place with my girlfriend. The standings were out a little bit late as well, but I will upload it probably alongside this week's highlight video as well. As I said, please make sure to like and share the videos, subscribe as well, make sure to like on the highlight videos as well. And this is all to do with us doing a potential mid-season or maybe just a full season review at the end of the year, where we'll just we'll put all the highlight videos together and we'll have a little review of how the season has unfolded. It is going to be very close. Some of the drivers towards the back are dropping off, but some drivers are just, it's so close, and the battles are so close. It's a little bit all or nothing in Monday sometimes. So we'll just take a quick look at the tyres. And the top 10 still on the soft. Pretty much everyone are on the same tyres as they were before. A couple of drivers have opted to go on the mediums this time instead of the softs. Hopefully everyone was able to pick their setups. So the 3 behind Big Weir. As for LGE, I believe Secession, this is not what we want, guys. So we'll just get an invite as Shugs isn't here, Ethan, just yet. He had to turn his PlayStation off because it had a little issue with overheating, I think. So we'll just get the position changes up. I will going to go into the pause before the race starts, just to send Veloce an invite now. As you can see, the pause menu. As Ethan is back, I'll send you an invite, Ethan. Oh, no,
I am already in.
You're already in, so I just got to say, could you send Veloce an invite?
I can.
But just don't send it just yet. Would you turn the stream down as well in the background? Yep. Please? Yeah, his Discord is his PSN, but just don't send it just yet. He is 12th on the grid, and has had a connection issue, but we won't invite him back until the race has begun, because we don't want the same issue as before. We've got the drivers lined up. You can send that invite now, mate. So we've got the Alpines on the front row. We've already got a little glitch in the standings. They're back again. We've got 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And we're away for Monday's Limitless 1 for the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. That was a long wait for the lights. Tim Chapot goes into third already. It's side by side for the Alpines. Ahead, Veloce is back in the session. Stinos is on the outside and Bugs Bunny is on the inside for turn 1. It looks like there have been some slight issues at the back maybe, or have they all got through pretty all right there? They look like they have. Amiaguna is down. Crossfire Strikes is down at the back. There's front wing going off there into the background at the back of the grid. As the 2 Alpines are 1 and 2 still, but they have switched positions. There is a yellow flag. Looks like another driver is round or having some problems there. I think Veloce is just getting himself back in his car there. He now is and down in 14th. He only lost himself 2 positions there, so I don't think he's done too badly for himself there. His AI car and his big rear has now moved himself up 2 places. Apex Friendly's moved up 3 places. That was not a very dramatic start to the first lap either.
Looking at Dazzy, he seems to have.
Yeah, he's got a lot left. He's got a lot of damage. And
it's an early pit stop for him.
His crossfire strikes. He's lost 16 places, so the only man really to lose a huge amount of places. As we've got Tim Chapot maybe looking for a move at turn 27. It's going to go for the move at turn 27. Looks to the inside, but Bugs Bunny was able to hold on, but for how much longer is Tim Chapop is now going to try and maybe go for a move into turn 1. He's only got Slipstream to aid him with this overtake. No DRS just yet, not to the end of this lap, as we come down into turn 2 for the second time in this race.
There's Lucas Germany and Crossfire both in the pit there. Maybe some trouble at the Haas garage today.
Yeah, I think the double stacking is a lot quicker than it used to be, but it's not going to be quick with a front wing change. So as Dazzy's in the pits, that might be a bit of a lifesaver for him there, with Crossfire's being held up massively.
We all know how quick Crossfire's is though. Can that hold him off for that long? Yeah.
So at the moment, Ethan, it is an Alpine 1-2 and a Mercedes 3-4 at the moment. So there's definitely might be some gamesmanship between the two teams in this race. It's quite nice to see two teams together actually. You don't really ever see that.
Normally someone gets split off.
Yeah, but as long as they can hold on to each other within this last bit of this lap, as they're all cutting that corner at turn 22, 23 apex. They're cutting quite a lot. I'm not sure if they're going to get track warnings for that. As we now come around turn 27 to start the third lap.
We'll have DRS this lap as well.
We'll have DRS. There's a lot of drivers, Ethan, within DRS range of each other. There's a bit of gap between 4th and 5th. Got a yellow flag of X-Gamer in the McLaren. His first race as a full-time driver, clattered the wall. He was close to the pit entry though, so not going to lose himself too much time. Lucas A. Germany though is already coming up to turn 27. So he's really on it. The top 4 are all within DRS of each other at the moment. And of course, with the Jeddah Corniche circuit on the F1 2021 game, the DRS zone is here down to turn 13, where it's not here, and it's just a bit along the left-right section, a bit further on into section 2. Is this round, and Bugs Bunny is out of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. It's a virtual safety car. I'm surprised that's not a safety car. It might change to a safety car though, but that was going to really be some spicy racing about to happen, and unfortunately that is now not the case. It is going to be a VSC, as Bugs Bunny's car has now left the circuit. Wow.
He was one of the front runners we thought could win it again.
Yep. But we have got 3 drivers behind who have yet to win a race at the moment. Nor is actually everyone up to 10th place for Tay Pasta has not won a race yet. Tim has lost a huge amount of time to Stinovs in this VSC. 2 seconds. So I don't know if he's just keeping up his doubter a lot to really, floor it and pedal to the metal for the end of the safety car, which a lot of drivers do. I think that's the case now, is it? Maybe? No, they're still backing off a little bit. It's a very long VSC, this. Almost a whole lap.
Yeah.
1.3, 1.5 between the top 2. Ruding still keeping within DRS range, and that is crucial actually, Ethan. As DRS is enabled and we go green again at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix.
Ruding will have DRS up here.
As Bugs Bunny has left the session, he did have DRS. I was saying it is wise for Tim to try and keep Ruding within DRS, because if he does fall off the back of Stinovs, these two can tow each other along and try and catch back up again, as we know they are friends.
It could be something they've talked about in the garage beforehand.
Potentially, as Apex Finley is very close to Anthony, and Apex is in a Red Bull sandwich at the moment, as Trunders, first man to get himself a penalty, 3-second time penalty for the Alfa Romeo driver in 12th, moved up quite a lot of positions, was in last place at the start of this race. We've lost one driver of 20 down to 19 on lap 4, about to be lap 5, as the Sour Pancake looks to go around the outside at turn 27 of Merv Martin and gets that job done. That was a great move, but Merv Martin is going to have DRS back, and I think Sour Pancake did that move just a little too early there, as they're still side by side. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. It's softs versus mediums. The inside for Merv Martin at turn 2 as it now power down towards turn 3, and the Ferrari has just got ahead.
That's the kind of wheel-to-wheel racing we want to see every week from these guys, and in that tight of a corner you don't see it often.
You don't. That was very respectable racing. 1.2 separates the top two, 1.1, so we could see a fight for the lead soon. Anthony just needs to close that gap, but he has. We've got two cars behind him that are pressing him. We'll go back to the battle for 7th. Obviously Tay Pasta just outside that DRS range. Veloce got himself up a few positions now after not being in the start of the race. I think there's going to be another move here from between the Ferrari and the AlphaTauri.
Coming to the DRS zone.
Here we are, and he's going to have to go around the outside at turn 26 and down to the braking of 27. But yet again, I think the Sour Pancake is just going to come back at him.
Again, we've got another DRS zone which Sour Pancake will be able to use.
There's Apex. Just dummy for a move there, and Sour Pancake is going to have a go again into turn 1. Parallel from the last lap, and we're going to see the Ferrari coming out on top again. We do. That was a bit like deja vu.
Are we sure we're not watching the lap before?
So the driver's behind, and I haven't done this track much, but the one thing I remember about this track is you really don't want to be following through sector 1. Dirty air is a part of this game, as you can see there from Tay Pasta just running wide. As we're going to see a move again from Merv Martin at turn 13. X-Gamer is out and retired in the pit lane. He's had enough already. I'm surprised about that, as there should have been a safety car. They're still side by side as they go through the S's. Who's going to come out on top here? It's the AlphaTauri, as the Ferrari Sour Pancake just went straight on. And do you want to know something? If you go back and watch season 2 of Tuesday's Saudi Arabia Grand Prix, I did an almost identical move to that in an AlphaTauri, and I pretty much said what Broom Handel said at the time. So just to make another deja vu moment, so we're seeing Veloce Ayub all over the back of that Williams of Tay Pasta. Is there going to be a move here from Tay Pasta? Those are going to be a move from the two of them. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 27. No, Veloce thinks better of it. I think that was good for Veloce to think better of it, as he's had quite a few incidents in the first 3 races, as we see Tay weaving on the start finish, as we're going to see Veloce going for a move on the pair of them into turn 1, as that was very similar, as as Merv gets almost squeezed off the track. Veloce gets 2 moves in 1 corner, and that was almost a parallel from last season at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. That was very similar with Max Verstappen, wasn't it?
It was. Glad we didn't see any pushing off track there. That was very clean.
That was nice from Veloce. And this is the thing, Veloce's been very, very strong, but he's got such an aggressive racecraft style that he has got himself involved in a few incidents and got himself a few penalty points to his name. He's already had a quali ban, and he's getting quite close to a race ban already with 3 races gone. I have to admire him for trying to go for some of these moves. I know there's Not really any maliciousness in it, but sometimes I think he lets his emotions get the better of him sometimes. But he's kept it cool so far, moving himself now up into 7th place. But he's got a big margin to gain on Vedran, and the top 6 aren't separated by very much.
Just looking up at Apex Finley, he will be pushing for a move during this DRS zone into the first turn. But he just doesn't get it done.
Tim and Stinos though have been so close. Civi has had a bit of an instant there, and it looks like there's 3 drivers, maybe not, maybe some overtakes going on here. Trundles has now moved himself up into the points, and it looks like Civi might go for it as well as Kem defends the inside. That was quite late from the Williams, not too late, as we now power out of turn 2. Now into the braking zone to turn 4. As I said before, this first sector is just awesome. The left, it's all very left, right, but this is just, it's so satisfying when you get it right, and it's a very fine margin. Especially, it's different from other street circuits because there's a lot of runoff, and with other street circuits, you know, you've got to go close to the wall. As we're talking about this first sector, at the end of the first sector, Trundles is still fighting with Chemjazz. Trundles is come from last place and now into the points. He's having a very good race as he goes wide. That was a commentator's curse there. Now lost the position to Chemjazz and gave up the position to Civi as well. And now Amy Aguno, this is a 4-way fight for 1 point at the moment.
Just looking up at Tim, he has got that first place.
He has, with Stinos into the pits. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Who was that for? Was that for Stinos?
That was
got
for
front
Stinos.
wing change as well. So now it's the Mercedes 1-2.
Stinos is going to drop very far back down.
Yeah, and Vedran's having a wing change as well. So I don't know where people like Amiaguna and Trundles is in the pits as well. Tim Spott gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And Ruding now takes the lead. But only takes the lead on track. He hasn't got net first yet. We don't know who has, as the leader had to come in for a wing change. And Anthony has now closed up that gap. Just a little bit, but he's still got his fellow admin, Apex Finley, right behind him.
That gap
in
is closing.
Place. Seeing him on the run down to turn 22 and 23, where we see him cut the corner quite nicely there. There is no track limits on the apex there.
Veloce may be looking to get a move in the next DRS zone coming up.
I think Apex is going to go for it first though. Ethan, no, he's not going for it. I think he's just being quite tentative about it. As Tim is in the pits, and I don't think it is a front wing change as well, so he's going to come out close to Stinos. So we're looking around this queue of cars, maybe not, but a bit after that. He's now left the box as Stinos is now coming down the start-finish straight. As you can see him on the left-hand side of your screen there is Tim is just at the pit exit. This is going to be quite close, I think. It is going to be close, very close between the two of them. They're side by side on the pit exit. There was a bit of a wheel bang there. Now Tim has got ahead of Stinos after the pit stops. They both had to have a wing change. That was vital. And he's now taken back the position. But I think Ruding will be in the lead as long as he keeps it away from the walls. And Apex finally got ahead of Anthony, now up into second place. So with a just over a third distance, gone almost at half distance, Ethan, what are you thinking about Monday's racing?
Oh, it gets tense very quickly, doesn't it? Very quickly. It's a very fast league. Not too many mistakes being made.
You don't really have to make too many mistakes here, though, for it to be very, very costly.
Everyone is very tight in the pack at the front, really.
And so, might see Big Weir here go for a move on Vedran. Not in the points at the moment. Hasn't got himself any time penalties, though, Ethan, actually. So he's been able to keep it between the white lines as he gets the move on Vedran.
But is it too early again?
And got Chemjaz just ahead of him. It's not, because he's going to have DRS on Chemjaz, I think. No, he didn't actually. He was just out of the detection point. 2/10 separate Anthony and Apex. So they're still very close together. Nothing separating their speed at the moment. It'll be interesting when Ruding comes into the pit. It'll be interesting to see if Tim and Stinos can close back that 3 or 4 seconds they would have lost in the pit stops.
Well, the front three are all on those 10-lap-old softs. They should probably be pitting anytime soon.
So you saw Stinos getting a bit tail happy there on the exit of turn 13. There's a lot of drivers very close together, but it isn't the easiest track to overtake at, even though we've got 3 DRS zones.
There isn't many overtaking points. There isn't any heavy braking.
Not really. I think the best places are, as you were saying before, actually, we think the DRS straight before the stream, in practice, that the DRS straight, the short one between turns 12 and 13, is actually a better DRS straight, just for the fact it's a slightly better braking zone. The top 3 are all in the pits at the same time. And where are they going to come out? Where are they going to come out? Tim Spot's coming down the pit lane now. So I think they are going to get ahead. I think this is going to be very close between Stinos, Tim Shapop, Anthony and Apex. As they come out the pits now, it is very close between them. And Anthony and Apex have got ahead of Tim and Stinos. Race on between these 4 now for the rest of the race. And I cannot wait. And let's be honest, don't rule out Tay and Veloce either, as we see Merv Martin actually. Don't count him out as he goes round the outside at turn 13.
He's made that move stick.
Job done from the AlphaTauri. So this is going to be very interesting to see what Tim can do now. We've got Ruding in net first. Stops that have been made. Top 3 have yet to make one, as Amir Guna has just left the session. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in. That's going to be fantastic for Big Weir as he just breezes past Amir Guna there, the AI car. And Merv has not been able to as we've seen Ruding going for an optimistic move around the outside at turn 27, and he's definitely going to have a go here. I feel like this could be 3 wide. It's not going to be, as Merv dives into the pits. And that might have been a really good call from the AlphaTauri driver, because he is fighting Tay, who's now going to be fighting Ruding in 3rd place. And I think it's the best idea really for Tay is just to let Ruding go, actually.
If you're looking at the tyre condition, Tay's tyres are so much worse off than Ruding, so he's got to just let him go at this point.
And he's letting Apex go as well. They do just have a tiny bit of contact there, as Anthony's also going to try it as well. I think Tay should have pitted that lap.
Probably would have been the better call.
So I think when he does pit, and surely he's going to pit this lap, that Merv is going to come out ahead of him. Merv did come out ahead of his AlphaTauri teammate in 13th of Sibiru.
Interesting.
He's got a move on Lucas A. Germany, who had that incident right at the very start of the race.
Yeah, interestingly, Merv Martin is the only person to pit for soft tyres. Could be trying to push for an aggressive 2-stop.
Oh, we see Tim going for a move on Tay now as well. So he moves himself up. We haven't got an issue with the timing screen at the moment, but it should come back when they cross the line. As Amir Guna looks like he's round. He is round. And in the wall at turn 22. Not sure why he's not moving. He's just starting to move now. Veloce Ayub's now left the session, and he was in the lead. Yeah, that was a disconnection, and he was leading the Grand Prix. Ruding now goes through and takes the lead. He was in net first anyway, with the first man to make a pit stop. Apex is going to get slowed up by the AI car there as he now goes through. This is really a race against the AI car now, because a lot of people will lose and gain time. Anthony did go off the track there, and now Amir gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Now
he is retired.
And has retired, but now down to 17 of 20 on lap 14 of 25, just over half distance. This is a very quick Grand Prix. Very quick. I'm seeing the Stinos and Anthony go through on Veloce, who has disconnected.
We could see Big Win make up some precious time on the front pack here.
He may have just made up a little bit of time potentially. We'll see now as he goes through this section. Not as much as he probably would have liked. And now the field is just starting to spread just a little bit between some of the drivers. There's still a fight for third place. Let's hope Veloce Ayub can get himself back in the session. As in the pits comes Kemjaz. Why is he getting penalty for speeding in the pit lane? I think there might be a little bit of a glitch there, because he wasn't even at the pit entry line. Anyway, we'll carry on. Good old Code Masters. As we're seeing, we can say Germany still trying to keep within that DRS window of Tim Chapot. So I'd like now, Ethan.
What would you like?
A lovely safety car. That's what I'd like.
It would really make things a little bit more interesting.
Don't get me wrong, this race could still start coming back into play, but it has just started to quiet down. I think I expect so much from Monday sometimes that we have a little quiet spot and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Let's have a safety car. As we see, Veloce Ayub is now back into the session.
Veloce's back into the session, and Big Win has made up 10 seconds.
He's so close to Veloce now, and I think he would have seen Veloce was out and not in his car. We'll see if Veloce, I think he may have, might not have yet. Veloce's in the pits and then back out again. Interesting. So when Martin goes through, he's at the fastest lap, very close to the back of Veloce Ayub now. Veloce is back in his car. It looks like he's going to be giving up this 5th place when they get on the brakes, and he does. He goes through into 5th place. There's Merv Martin, and he said Big Weir is now right on the back of Veloce. I tell you what, Ethan, if he got himself a 5th or a 6th, he'd be very, very happy with that.
After hearing what he was saying earlier about this track, anything above probably 7th or 8th, he'll be happy.
Apologies again for the little glitch of the timing screens. You really can cut the apex of turn 23. You really can cut it.
You really can. There's a lot of leeway in that corner.
Well, if the game's not going to punish it, you extract everything it's got.
Yep, as Tim Chapot goes for a move, maybe. Oh, he's just with Big Weir here. I think Big Weir is going to try and pull up a bit of a fight here. He would love this position. But of course he will just get the DRS back, but Tim has got those soft tyres as well in his car. But Big Weir is going to have some DRS to try and come back at him with. Dives into the pits, thinks better of it. He's going for a 2-stop. Losing 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's in the lead of the race at the moment. Anthony's still holding on to that 3rd place.
keeping Stenos at bay. Well, I have to admit, this is actually, for the first time I commentate on this, I think this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
I was expecting more incidents. I was expecting more incidents, more safety cars. It's been a very clean, respectful race.
We've still got time, mate. We've still got time.
There's always time for a safety car.
So, as it stands, the top three, I don't think any of the top three have been on the podium yet. Definitely going to be strong potential for a new race winner again. So that'll be 4 winners in 4 races. I really do hope that's the case. Oh, yeah, Trunders is out. Safety car deployed.
There it is. It's commentator's curse.
And do you know who's going to have a big smile on their face? I know a certain Northern Irishman who's going to have a very big smile on his face who we're riding on board with at the moment. Mr. Big Weir. Just pitted for the softs. Is going to be laughing. No time penalties to his name.
You'll get a lot of people here picking for softs.
You will. Everyone.
Easy.
But Jason Big Weir does not need to do that, as he's now moving himself nicely up the order. He's just going to sneak in behind Veloce Ayub, so in 8th place. And some of the drivers, the top 4 are all on the mediums, so they'll go on to the softs as well. This is made for a very, very interesting final few laps. Very interesting. And this has certainly helped Crossfires as well, who was down and out in this race. And of course, the beautiful...
Go on.
I was going to say, the beautiful thing about Monday is all the drivers are so fast and so close together. We never really... I don't think we've had any blue flags yet this season.
Well, speaking to Jason earlier, Big Weir, he was expecting to get blue flagged this race. He was expecting to be in the bottom of the pack, blue flagged and lapped.
Ruding stays out. That's
bold.
I don't know why he's done that. Why has he done that?
He's going to be on the weaker tyre going into the last few laps now.
Don't get me wrong. I think some drivers are going to move up a little bit more. Stenos is coming out of the pits now. Yeah, so these Big Weir is still going to stay in 8th place. Merv's got ahead of Apex Finley there. Not too sure how that's happened. But anyway, Ruding is, I think, we'll just double check, is the only man on the medium tyre. I really think he's made a really, really bad call there.
I think if it's this late in the race, you might as well put a set of softs on.
Yeah. And I think we're going to have another, probably another lap of this. So we'll get started on lap, we're going to go on to lap 19. Yeah, so we're going to get started on lap 20. So we're going to have 3 laps of DRS. I don't think Ruding's going to be able to hold on. Especially through sector 1.
He's going to drop down, and then he's got the time penalty as well to deal with.
He might finish out the points.
There is a chance.
Because let's be honest, everyone in the top 10, everyone in the top 12 are so closely matched.
Yeah.
We're seeing position changes here. Still off 5-second penalty for causing a collision with Veloce Ayub. Veloce can't keep himself out of trouble. Another incident for Veloce Ayub.
Just looking at the penalties there, though, only Stinos received the penalty for that instant.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was not too sure. That will obviously be reported, because the ruling we have now is if you cause the incident, get yourself a 5-second penalty, we then add another 5-second penalty. So it's a bit of a double hit. We really hate having to deal with incidents under safety cars. Shouldn't really be happening, especially with drivers who are really this good at racing. Really shouldn't be happening under the safety car. It's a bit of a rookie thing to be doing. So yes, we'll be getting underway on... Oh, sorry, we'll be getting underway on lap 21. So we'll have 2 laps of... I thought it said lap 18 before. 2 laps of DRS once we get back underway onto lap 21.
We're really going to see the make or break point of Ruding on those medium tyres as well.
Yeah, I really think this is break. I just don't think. I think if it gets in the points, it's going to be like 8th, 9th, or 10th, if I'm honest.
It's going to be low points there.
That's what I'm thinking. But he could prove me wrong. But it looks like we're going to have a hell of a last few laps. It's a little mini sprint, getting ready for next Monday for our 5-lap sprint, starting with the 5 races this season. A quarter of the races will be sprint races this season. What do you think of sprint season, quickly?
I love a sprint format. I think just because Mondays, what is it? Is it one shot then?
No. So no, it's different. So it's 2 different types. So obviously Thursday is 1 shot, then 25%. Yep. I think we're going to see safety car in this lap now. So we'll just say it quickly: 1 shot, 25%, 50%. We do the reverse next week. But Monday and Tuesdays is short qualifying, then a 5-lap sprint, then a 50% race.
Okay. Yeah. So a 5-lap sprint, you really see the all out-and-out speed of the drivers. There's no need for the strategy games. It is pure speed, isn't it?
It really is, and especially with the 18-minute quali, it can all just be thrown away within 7 to 10 minutes of a quick little sprint. So it does make it interesting in that regard as well. So we're about to get underway. Looks like for the final time, as Ruding does a really early start there and really caught a few of the drivers off guard in the background. They're still weaving to get some tyre temp. As we now get all underway, that was quite a good launch there from the Mercedes driver, but he's got the AlphaTauri of Merv Martin as Tay Pasta makes a move on big wheel, looks like into turn 1. It looks like they're still side by side. Looks like Tay Pasta is round and in the wall. And our race winner from round 1, been on the podium last week as well, is now down in 16th and last. Sam Pancake has moved himself up to 9th place. And every driver's so close together. As we're going to see what Ruding can do on these medium tyres. We've been saying the whole of the safety car, we don't think he's going to be able to hold on for the win, especially with the time penalties for his name. It looks like Apex and Anthony are looking quite strong for a win. It's really between those two, and they are together on track. So these two might be duelling for the win.
Both of those drivers without a penalty as well.
Apex looking to go for a move in the left-right section towards 22. As we now go into turn 22, he gets ahead and into second, and now on the charge for the Mercedes. Ruding ahead, and Anthony is rounding in the wall and out of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. A man who could have won this Grand Prix is now out and spun out on round 1 on the final lap, and they're making a habit of causing himself pain at the end of a Grand Prix. We're going to see Apex now take the lead of the race. He's in net first on penalties as it stands. He's just going to have so much more braking performance with these soft tyres. Tim Shapop sneaks through. The Alpine of Stinos tries to go through. Couldn't get my words out there. Dazzy number 1 fan is retired as well. This is carnage. We're down to 14. We've had a couple of dramatic ends to Monday's races, and this is another one. The other was round 2. Apex Finley gets himself a 3-second time penalty. He's now not comfortable anymore. Ruding will have a smile on his face. Big Weir is the first man without any penalties. So all he needs to do is, as the last few laps of his LFR career, and he could get the win potentially, because all these drivers ahead are all jostling for position. They're all within DRS of each other. This really could come into Jason's hands.
What a last lap we've just had there.
Yeah, this win could fall into his lap. It really could.
Lucas Germany just made a move on the sad pancake.
Are we going to see Apex now have a go into turn 27? He is on those soft tyres as Ruding has Crossfire Strikes is now out as well.
Strikes, and that
safety car deployed!
Oh, no more DRS.
And Ruding stays out. He stays out. What
that is a serious
going
mistake.
On? What is going on? We're going to have one lap of racing. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks. Give me a minute. But if we have one lap of racing, we're going to have a look at penalties here. I'm not biased, but I would... Big Weir is looking very good here. Jason knows.
He's just got to close that gap and keep it closed.
He's just got to stay with them. That's all he's got to do. That's all he's got to do. We're going to go on to lap 24 on the next lap. I don't think Tay is just going to have to...
Tay is going to be working hard
to try and catch up, because it's not going to wait for him. It usually does, but this is the only time where the safety car will not wait. It won't come in this lap. I don't think it will come in this lap, because it was the first lap it was deployed. I don't think it ever comes in on the first lap. And I think it will give Tay one lap to catch up. I think he will catch up. But that means we're only going to get one lap of racing, Ethan. This has been a very, very good Saudi Grand Prix.
This has caused some real drama.
5-second penalty for a severe collision with Veloce Ayub.
And he's out. He's spun it out. I have no words.
I have no words. Okay, so we're going to have one more lap. Safety car in this lap.
Michael Mattey's behind it again.
I thought we were going to get one lap of racing. We're going to get two. Jason needs to stay within 3 seconds for one lap. For 2 laps.
If he can stay within 3 seconds of the leader, he's fine.
But he's got Lucas A. Germany just behind him as well. He's got no penalties. Even if Jason gets on the podium, he's going to be absolutely ecstatic. The only race he's ever won in Monday was Monaco. He's won it twice on a Sunday when we did Super Sunday last season. But that's the only track he's won at.
Ooh,
5-second penalty again. So
chances for Big Weir are looking better and better.
It is looking better and better, but Lucas A. Germany knows he's on for a win as well. We're going to stick with these two as they're looking likely for a win. And Lucas A. Germany goes round the outside, has to sit inside for turn 2. They come together. The Ferraris now trying round the outside. They're 3 wide as we go down towards turn 4. And Big Weir stays ahead, goes off track, but keeps the position and knows he needs to keep with them. He doesn't want to get involved in the fight. Gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That is crushing for the Northern Irishman. The South Pancake now is in good stead to get himself a race win.
He can still be close. There's still a chance for penalties at the front.
There is still a chance, as we're seeing side by side between Stinos and Ruding. Stinos has got 10 seconds. I'm sure he's going to try and get them removed at the end. With collisions with Veloce Ayub, they can be removed. So he knows his race is on for a win. As they go side by side into 22, they're still side by side. There is no punches being pulled here as they go around turn 24. And they're still side by side. This is like me and Merv Martin in Thursday in the Austrian Grand Prix. As we're seeing Veloce now getting involved. He's going to go and try on the inside. Contact with Ruding. Wing has gone flying there at the Alpha, the Red Bull. This is carnage. I can't keep up. It's now Vedran is hit the wall. Merv Martin has left the session. As we see, Veloce...
And Luke Germany with a 3-second time penalty as well.
Lucas A. Germany's got himself one as well. Veloce and Stenos are fighting. Lucas A. Germany is now out. Sour Pancake looking really, really good here for the win as we come into the final lap. We are into the final lap. The top two are still jostling for position. Apex thinks he might have it. It looks like at the moment he does. As we're going to go to the leaderboard, he does. He does have the win. 9/10 of a second the Sour Pancake needs to get himself up onto the podium, for the win. He is on the podium at the moment, side by side between Stenos and Veloce Ayub. 11 and 10 seconds between the two of them. Or 21 seconds, I should say, between the two of them. 11 for Veloce Ayub and 10 for Stenos. Stenos now goes up into third. The Sour Pancake is 4.1 seconds away from Apex Finley, but he's going to get on the podium. I think Jason Bigweir is also going to get on the podium as well. This has been a very dramatic race. Civi and the Sour Pancake are the only two not to get penalties. We've only got 10 left in this Grand Prix on the last lap. And all these drivers will be getting points as Apex comes into the final corner of turn 27 for the 25th time. And now runs down towards the start-finish line for the final time. The Season 2 champ takes his first win in Season 3. Potentially, I think that is going to be the case. As Sour Pancake crosses the line, goes second. Big Weir goes fourth place. And he will be very, very happy with that. Veloce is now rolled all the way down the order to 10th place. Another controversial race for Veloce Ayub. He cannot.
That is a brand new winner in Monday Leagues as well.
4 races, 4 winners. We're on for my 12. We're doing it. As that was a very, very dramatic end. 2 safety cars within a few laps of each other. 10 drivers out. There was only 2 drivers out at about the two-thirds distance of this race. And the last quarter, there's going to be a lot of highlights from the last quarter, I can tell you that. So we'll just do the final classifications. Apex Finley wins his first race for Season 3. The champ is back on top. The Sour Pancake is second. I think his first podium of the season. Tim Schwab is in third. Big Weir is fourth. He is, I think, now the only man to consecutively score points throughout all 4 races. Sibiru is in fifth. That was a great result for him in the end. Tay Pasta is sixth. 7th is Chemjazz. Ruding is 8th. 9th was Stinos. And Veloce Ayub was 10th. And I'm already losing my voice. And I'm now losing my voice. Just like Barry, who couldn't be with us as he had a concert the other night. I'm turning into him now. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th all did not finish this race. That was Vajran, Lucas A. Germany, Merv Martin, Crossfire Strikes, Dazzy, Anthony, Trunders, Amir Guna, X-Gamer and Bugs Bunny. And breathe. That's the end of Monday's Limitless 1. Sorry, Ethan, I was a bit excited for that one.
No, there's the reason to be excited.
So, next Monday, we are... Actually, no, we won't go there first. As I said earlier on in the stream, China is tomorrow, the first sprint for Monday and Tuesday of the season. Of course, we said a minute ago. Short qualifying, 5-lap race, sets the grid for the 50% Grand Prix. There will be 2 streams for that, as there always was last season. There will be a qualifying and sprint stream, and then a Grand Prix stream after that. Kem and Big Weir will be taking the helm of the commentary for tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, which has been really, really fun, I have to admit, in the first 3 races, we're at round 4. So we're already over the quarter of the way through the season in Thursday, Ethan. Already. It's only a short calendar.
It's gone quick, hasn't it? It's gone quick.
It's just to see if it works, and I think it does work. So I think we'll do another... We are going to plan to do another 12, so the other 12 races on the game. And then next season we'll just follow alongside Monday and Tuesday, but it was just to see if it will work. So yeah, so Thursday we've got Monza, Temple of Speed, for the reverse grid format week, which will be more fun, I think, than Spain. Spain was quite a tricky track to overtake at, but Monza is definitely one you can make overtakes. It should make it a lot more fun. And as I said, next Monday, which everyone will be excited to see, is mine's gone blank, Portugal for their first sprint of the season. So Tuesday's going to be the first. Last season, of course, we did the sprints every single day consecutively. But this time they're taking different slots for different weeks just to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, Portugal next week for the sprint, and I think sadly for the final time in Monday for Portugal, because of course we won't be having it in next year's game, unfortunately. I love Portimao. It's one of the my favourite tracks. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to do that race and be able to have a really good race for that one for the final time. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for watching Limitless Gaming Esports coverage of Limitless Formula Racing's Monday's Limitless 1 as we go into next week for round 5. So we're a quarter of the way through the season almost for Monday. Make sure to like, share and subscribe to the videos. As I said, check out tomorrow at 7:30 with Kem and Big Weir, and between 7:30 and 8 for Thursday. I will see you next Monday. Thanks Ethan for joining me last minute, mate. That was appreciated.
No problem.
Well, we'll see you next week, and Kem will see you tomorrow. So thank you very much and goodbye.